When you associate with successful people, whether you like it or not, consciously or unconsciously, it will begin to affect you. Because the Bible says, they that walk with the wise shall be. When you work with successful people, whether you like it or not, over a period of time, consciously and unconsciously, they'll begin to influence your thoughts, your mindset, your behavior, your habits. They begin to influence different aspects of your life without you even knowing that you have been influenced. Time plus time equals to influence. Where you continue to spend time will influence you. Who you continue to spend time with will influence you. What you continue to spend time on will influence you. Whether you're conscious of it or not, if you continue to spend time with someone, in something, in a place, it will influence you. So other people's failure, they leverage. Don't repeat the mistake of other people. Don't mock their mistake, but learn from their mistake. Don't laugh at their mistake, but learn from their mistake. When you watch other people's life, you know what not to do. You know what to avoid.
Welcome to Kingdom Believers Channel.
Other people's failure. Other people's failure. When those that have gone ahead of you have made mistakes, learn from their mistake. That's an advantage. You don't have to repeat the mistake of your father. You don't have to repeat the mistake of your mother. Your father was a teacher. Your mother was a nurse, civil servant. Yet they gave birth to 8 children. How do you use teaching salary and nursing salary to take care of 8 children? And many of you, your parents have to struggle to even allow 6 out of 8 of you to finish secondary school. And your life could not move in the direction it could have if they had only 2 children. If you don't learn from that, now you are married, you are looking for a boy. You already have 3 girls. Before you know it, you want to do one more. Then twins will come. It becomes 5 girls. Learning from the mistake and the failures of others. Learning from the mistake. You know what not to do. What not to do. You learn what not to do. You learn what to avoid. As a young man, when I finished from school, I'd already become a minister. I joined the church, and I was in the church for about 4 years. And that was a very, very amazing stage of my life. And because of the experiences that I had in that church, when I started Calvary Bible Church, early in the first 2-3 years of this church, anytime I refer to that church, I refer to it as a wasted season of my life. That church, I just went to waste my time there. That church, that church, that church, that church, that church, that church. And then one day I was saying it on the pulpit, 23, 24 years ago or thereabout. And God rebuked me and said, stop that. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. He said, I sent you there to teach you how not to run ministry. So that was your Bible school. That was your training school. He said, the wisdom you have now, the things, the integrity, the order, the structure, making sure that you separate your money from church money, everything is documented, is because you saw how a pastor was stealing money and you told yourself, I will not steal like this man. He said, so I use this failure to teach you how to succeed. And since that time, have you ever heard me say anything about my former church? You won't hear me say anything about it. Why? Because I realized that was my training school. So other people's failure is a leverage. It's a leverage. Don't repeat the mistake of other people. Don't mock their mistake, but learn from their mistake. Don't laugh at their mistake, but learn from their mistake. And that's very, very important. So when you watch other people's life, you know what not to do. You know what to avoid. You know what not to do. You know what to avoid. Let me give you a very powerful aspect of leveraging on other people's failure. Listen to this, because this is where religion messes up a lot of people. Now listen. When people fail, there is a gap that needs to be filled. If you are wise, part of leveraging on people's failure is to fill in the gap. Take advantage of the vacuum that has been created. You know why? You didn't create the problem in their life. So benefiting from the vacuum does not make you a bad person. But people don't understand that. So, God forbid, you are a pastor, you are in an area, and another pastor in that area falls into adultery. Are you the one that pushed him into adultery? And then people begin to leave his church. When they leave his church, where should they go to? Position yourself to get the members. You have not committed any crime because their soul needs to be saved. Oh, you are not getting it. Hello? A company is in trouble. And they now say, okay, oh, because of this problem, that company is going to be shut down and sanctioned. And they are going to investigate them. When they are investigating them, what happens to their customer? Customer needs another market. Plug in. Take advantage. Hello? That is leverage. Now, it doesn't mean you are a bad person. Hello? Now, let me ask. Somebody is sick. You are not the one that afflicted them with sickness. They have kidney problem. And by virtue of the kidney problem, they now want to go to India or China or wherever they go. And the person now wants to sell a 7 million naira car for 2 million. You know, go buy. So think of it. Because many times we think we are so spiritual. We are very spiritual. That was the problem of Moses. God said, let's kill these people and start afresh. Moses said, no, how can we kill all these people? No, we can't kill them. Oh. They ended up killing him. Let's move on. Number 6, other people's credibility. Other people's credibility. That still speaks about association. I was speaking with a group of ministers years ago, and I said something that they did not agree with until 6 years later. What had happened is there's a minister that is not really, there are many things that are wrong with the minister. But he's a very wise man. And by wisdom, what does he do? All the very, very important people, all the credible people in the body of Christ, he will do everything he can to invite them to his church. He will spend money. In those days, he will do a whole night vigil. Bring all manner of musicians that are reigning. Bring all the men of God. One night, oh, he can have 10 musicians and 3 heavy men of God one night. And he will give all of them plenty money. But me, I know that this guy is into drugs. I know. He's a fake man of God. But his ministry continued to grow. Because all the men of God, when they come, he will do poster. In those days of poster, the whole of Lagos will be agog with poster. Crowd will gather. And people will say, I say, forget it. I'm not going to that church. I will not be on a poster in that guy's church. Forget it. Once I say I'm not going. That guy is fake. He's using all these people to cover himself. One day I met one of the fathers. And we're on the same flight and we're discussing. And discussion when I say, but sir, do you know this guy? Hey, I don't know him, but he invited me. He's a very, very humble man. Oh. He knows how to honor men of God. I say, sir, what's your definition of honor? Love offering. I say, be careful. This guy, by the time the thing will come out, all of you will be roped in. By the time the case came out, when they caught him in America, both himself and 8 choir members on drugs, they caught them in Houston. By the time the case came out, all the men of God that were being used, all of them started burying their head in shame. So, there are people that, as I'm a pastor now, I have people that say, my father-in-law, and I know that they are not my sons. So I tell them straight, I'm not your father, I don't know you. Daddy, mommy, just to use your name, they just throw your name around. Hello? So be very, very careful, because other people's credibility is a leverage, but you also have credibility. Be careful that people are not using your name. Yesterday, while we were on Instagram live, somebody typed out a message. Sir, are you the one in charge of coin something investment? Coin 1 or something 1. So I said, sorry, we don't do that. He said, but somebody is using your name. and your picture on Facebook, on WhatsApp, for people to come and invest. And I have already invested. I say, sorry. You know our, but the person has invested. People, you didn't buy land. You are investing in one coin, double coin. It's amazing. There are what we call time-tested investments. Real estate, time-tested. You know they fail. Fixed deposits. Treasury bill. Things that are there that everybody will see. You know they do that one. Now all those latest one. Get 30% in 1 year. Get 20% in 1 month. Now those 419 kind of one. Now you go. Land you have not bought. You are 35 years. 35 years on now you don't have one plot. Yet you have done 30 of those investments. Because greed and covetousness is worrying you. Hello? Greed and covetousness is worrying you. It says Forex. We just came back from Asaba yesterday. And the latest thing in that side, there is one Forex thing they were doing. They said the guy was giving them 30% per month. And the guy raked in almost 40-something billion. I said, did you say 4? He said 40-something billion. In the east. He said, they said you didn't see the billboard where you were coming. The thing broke just this February. So people are crying. So when they came for our own meeting, they were coming thinking, this man too has brought another one to see what to join again. I said, no, they learn. Wonder Bank has been there since the 70s. They come in different uniform. Hello? So other people's credibility maximize the power of positive association. When you join an association, you can now leverage on the credibility of the fact that you are a member. So if you are a lawyer and you are a part of the Nigerian Bar Association, you ride on that credibility. You are an accountant, you are a member of ICANN. Now, what that association does is that it gives you credibility. That this person is a lawyer and is in Bar Association. This person is a lawyer, is a member of ICANN. ICANN is a well-structured, well-organized association that ensures compliance, ensures that people... So when you are in a profession, join the association that are credible, that will give you leverage. You cannot be a surveyor and we can't trace you. You are a lawyer. You are not part of MBA. You are just one lawyer by yourself. You went to school where your father and your mother is the lecturer. And you graduated by yourself. Hello? Then when we talk about credibility, who you know also determines a lot about life. And that's why as you begin to grow in life, be careful of where you allow your name to be put. Be careful of what you put your name on. Be careful. Sometime late last year after the COVID, I got an email from a guy that wanted me to forward this book from one of the states in Nigeria. He wanted me to do a forward, that I am his father. And I've never heard of his name before. He has been following me for like 12 years. And I'm his father. How can I be your father for 12 years and I don't know your name? He said that I'm an irresponsible father or you're a bastard child. And me, I know I'm not an irresponsible father. So I replied to him, I said, well, I've seen what you have said, but I don't know you. See, I have your book. I said, okay, in 8 years, you are not in America. 8 years, you are in Benin. I have been to Benin at least twice a year for the past 11 years. You have never come to any of the programs in Benin, even if you can't travel to Lagos. I said, even this year, 2020, I was still in Benin in February before COVID. You did not come. I said, I've been doing meetings in Lagos. I even came to Benin to do ministers' conference like 3-4 times the last 5 years. But you know, so if you are really my son, are you not supposed to be in the network? Have you ever been to our church in Lagos to be in a conference? Who are you fooling? I said, if you want to be a son, you can start the journey now. Order your 12-year story. Far. Stays by moonlight. Number 7, other people's platform. Other people's platform is another leverage that you can use. Other people's platform. Riding on other people's platform gives you a leverage. You know the amazing thing? there are people that do not understand the power of a platform. So they abuse platform and they take platforms for granted. You don't want to know what it is to be gifted and graced without a platform. I'm telling you. Just one reality show platform can turn you to a millionaire in 90 days. And you are not the most gifted, though. There are people more gifted than you that don't have that platform. Today, there are many people all over the world, all over the country, that many of us celebrate. But the only reason why we know about them is because there is a platform we saw them on. You saw them on TV. You heard them on radio. You saw them on somebody else's platform that you believe in. And then you now know them. That platform that was given to them was leverage. So as a pastor, as a minister, I know. I went to speak in a church last year. And they invited me back for later in the year. COVID did not allow it. And then went back this year. When I got there, I looked at it and said, this is my second time of coming to this church. I said, this is one of the exalted altars of this nation. I said, the first time I came last year, it was a privilege to be here. So, but for you to invite me back, it's now an honor. So the first time you brought me is a privilege. For you to say this man qualifies to come back again, it's now an honor. So I feel honored that you gave me the opportunity to return again. Hello? There are people that are so gifted. Lifeline Choir, are they not gifted? Some of the people in Lifeline Choir, they can become a global vessel just by one platform. One platform. Hello? But now, how did you know they are gifted? Because we gave them this platform. Many of you are sitting down here right now. You can sing more than some of those people, but you are not in choir. So we can't give you microphone, we can't give you platform. But because they are in choir now, we show up on Sunday, whosoever they give microphone to, all of us will listen. It's a platform. It's a platform. And from there, anything can happen. Someone has a radio program. Someone has a TV program. They are followers. You can take advantage of their platform. Pay them for 10 minutes. Pay them for 15 minutes on their TV program, on their radio program, so that you go there, they interview you. If they have 3 million viewers and they interview you for 15 minutes, you are paying them for 15 minutes, but they give you access to 3 million viewers. Today, we have social media influencers. They have millions of followers online. And you are struggling in your business. And they say, don't worry. Give me 200,000. I will help you promote your business. Say, 200,000. For what? For what? For what? But there are people in this country now. If they just go to their social media platform and mention your name, go to their social media platform and say, oh, I use this product, it's very good, support my friend. You will be busy till next year. That's how powerful platforms are. So identify platforms that can help you as a leverage and maximize all those platforms. A lot of people, you work in companies that you did not start. That's somebody else's platform. You are working. Somebody created a company, started a company, and employed you, and is paying you salary. Without that platform, will you have a job? No. Somebody has built a house and allowed you to come and rent his house, and yet you are arrogant. There are people with money that don't have a house in Lagos. When agents is true with you in Lagos, you will know that to see correct house and have correct landlord, you honor your landlord. When agents is true with you in Lagos, I have one of my new mentees. that just came back into the country and is trying to get a house. And he came to see me a few weeks ago and I said, he said, sir, you have no idea. I said, I have no idea. I have no idea. I've not been a tenant for almost 14 years, so I don't know what you're talking about. See, these agents, they take you to useless houses. He said, the picture you see is different from what you see on ground, sir. When I get there, the picture is different. They show you a beautiful picture, and they take you to an ugly house. And then they collect money. And I say, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not my reality. Hello? It's not my reality. So, a lot of people work in companies that they did not start. And yet, you are arrogant until they sack you. Abi? I used to have one funny stuff like that. This guy, he will be telling customer our product is expensive. No, true life story. So I don't know, he's a pastor, but I don't understand. We know how much, he told us how much we bought, but now he's telling us to sell it at this price because he is a salary earner. He doesn't understand overhead costs. No matter how much you try to explain, a salary earner is a salary earner. He doesn't understand. So he would just be doing that. He would be misbehaving. One day I called him and I sat him down. I said, sit down. I said, I know what you are doing. I said, but the reason why I left you is because part of my leadership style is mentorship. You will grow because you can't spoil what God wants to do, but you will grow. One day you will learn. After all the explanation I've given to you, after showing you all the things, you still think that something is wrong. No problem. I said, but let me tell you something. I have come to realize that every salary earner has between 4 to 7 people that are depending on them. I said, if you are foolish, think of your wife. If you are foolish, you have the child. I said, think of your child. I said, because when you lose this job now, you are the one behaving foolishly. But the people that will suffer will be more than you. They will be more than you. One day, he called me. Sir, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. In fact, our product is very cheap, very cheap. I said, what did you see? Why are you coming up? He said, why? Because people don't understand. Because me, I tell you the story up front. As you are buying this land, though, the land is 500, but document is another 500, developmental levy is 1 million, that's 2 million, so people will not buy. Say, your own is too expensive. But they will go to somebody that will tell them 200,000. No, pay 5 times. When they now finish paying, they have entered. They now give them the next chapter. So the wife is part of a cooperative. So why he was saying our land was expensive was because the wife's office, they got a land in the same road where our land is. Our land was 500, their own 200. And me, I told, so the wife now paid the 200, 13,000 for like 2 years. So all the while where he was called, he didn't know that. So when they now finished paying 200, they now unveiled the manifesto. Almost 4 million. He's now calling me, our own is cheap. I said, well, I don't owe you any other explanation than the truth that I have told you. Number 8, other people's money. Other people's money. Other people's money. It's amazing how people will labor, and carry their money to bank without interest. Why? Because the bank has a license that gives them the credibility to convince you to put your money there and go and sleep. But when a brother comes to you and says, my brother, can you invest in my business? Give me 500,000. And I'll be giving you 100,000 every year. What is the guarantee? What is the security? How am I sure? What's the guarantee of your money in the bank? What's the security of your money in the bank? Hello? No, think of it. So, other people's money, what does it mean? There are people that have money, but they don't have idea. There are people that have money, but they don't have time to use the money. So what do? Take advantage of their money by bringing them into your platform. You don't necessarily need everybody to partner with you. They can just be an investor in your business. And by investing in what you do, you share the benefits with them. So if you are not afraid to share the benefits with others, there is money available for you in the hands of people. And that's why those that defraud people know that if we can just show them a benefit, they will bring out the money. Because money is in people. So, many people don't understand that. We had 3 days conference in Asaba. We just came back yesterday. And one of the myths that we had to deal with for the pastors in the morning is the concept of owe no man nothing. How that many pastors were raised and they were told not to borrow money to do ministry. Don't owe anybody. And then they didn't understand the concept of good debts. So I told them, I said, there are 3 kinds of debt. Oh. There's good debt, there is bad debt, there is no debt. I said, so no debt is good. Oh. It's good not to owe anybody at all. It's good. Bad debt is bad. Oh. It's a bondage. And that's why you collect money to buy liability. Money to eat, money to buy clothes, money to do naming ceremony, money to do wedding, money to do burial. I say, but good debt is an advantage. It's a leverage. The richest man in Africa is a Nigerian, and he's owing billions of dollars, not millions, no, billions. And he's the richest man. How can you be the richest man and you are owing billions? Because what he's doing with the money is a leverage that will take care of everything. And so when you don't understand, so I was telling them, I said, look, the problem I have is that many ministers will present themselves to you as if they don't have any debt, they are not doing anything, everything is just God, it's just God, it's just God. I said, but all you need to do is to do your financials. I said, because think, if your income every month is 1 million, and you are able to save 200 every month, that means in 1 year, you will save how much? 2.4 million. Your church now needs generator of 5 million to help your ministry now to move to the next level. What is wrong in collecting loan to buy the generator and be paying the same 200 you are already saving? Instead of waiting for the 200 to become 5 million in 3 years, why not have the generator now and pay a little to enhance this position? Why not just do your financials, because debt is terrible if you don't understand the financials. Can get it to, because what you are supposed to buy for 5 million, by the time you go and use debt to buy it, you may end up paying 8 million for 5 million loan. So we looked at a lot of all that. So other people's money, you put your money in the bank, they use your money. Hello? So all our money in the bank is what the bank is using. So they collect it from you and give you 3% interest, and they carry your money and borrow somebody on the other side and collect 3% interest with your money. So lack of personal funds should never be a limitation to your dream if you know how to leverage other people's money. It is better to have 10% of 1 billion than to have 100% of 10,000. It is better to have 10% of 1 billion than to have 100% of 10,000. So when you are ready to share, it's better. Because many of you now that are tenants, you could have become landlord if you understand the power of other people's money. Okay, so there is a duplex in Lekki, and they say the duplex is 35 million. And all you have is 1 million. Why not look for 34 people to join you at 1 million? And we buy the duplex, and it is our duplex. And you are a part owner of the duplex. Hello? It's called crowdfunding. Now, if you decide to wait to get at 5 million, By the time you get 35 million, the duplex will be 110 million. But when you buy into it now, you are a part owner. It's like a cake with your own small portion. So if the rent from that duplex every year is 3 million, we share the 3 million into 35 places. So every year, even if it's 30,000 that reach your pocket, you know that your 1 million is giving you 30,000 every year, but at the same time, your equity of 1 million in that house is increasing. One day, the house will become 100 million. Your 1 million in 35 places has become, are you getting the mathematics? That's how people become rich. Oh. Don't think that people have so much money. It's because they understand all these things. And as they do that, so you join 35 people to buy one house today. After a while, they say there's one in Idimu that is 5 million. You gather money, you join 2 people. 3 of you own the before you know it, after 10 years of doing that, you'll be able to have money. You have all kinds of things. Say, but we are in the same office. But we are in the same company. How is he getting money? He's getting wisdom. Number 9, other people's time. Other people's time. There are people that have time in their hands. If you don't have a job now, you have time in your hands now, have you? So somebody can pay for your time. So every one of you that are working now, somebody is paying for your time. Hello? If you understand the power of time, I told someone yesterday, I said, I can give you 1 million naira and replace it. But if I give you 1 hour, it's gone forever. So my time is more important than money. So when you waste my time, I consider it to be a high level of dishonor. I cut you off. I don't have emotion and sentiment on those things. I don't. But if you waste my money, I will have mercy on you, because you don't waste money, you pay school fees. God only decided that it is my money you will use to learn. Hello? No, think of it. But if you take my time, time is life. Time is money. That's why many of you are working, because somebody is able to negotiate your time for money. And then you leave your wife and children and wake up 4 a.m. Why? Somebody is calling for your time. He's paying you for 8 hours, but you have to spend like 15 hours to get that 8 hours payment. So you wake up by 4 a.m., go through all the traffic, so that you can be there before 9. Because the person that is paying for 9 to 5 does not care how long it takes you to get there for 9. And many of you, you are wasting your time on a lot of irrelevant things that you can pay other people for. Because it's cheaper to pay some people than for you to do it by yourself. So instead of trying to do it by yourself, look for people with cheap time on their hand. Buy their time. Hello? What is the highest that a driver will collect in Nigeria? Let's say you be professional driver, 120,000. So you be correct international driver, 120,000 a month. But how much is the salary of most drivers? Minimum wage. So you are an executive. Your salary is 850. Yet you are driving yourself all over Lagos, because you don't have the simple common sense to just get a driver and give him 50,000 for your peace of mind. But I go drive myself. And then you spend 3 hours and you are dying instrumentally in traffic. Just because you don't understand that you can buy somebody's time for 50,000 and you can sleep inside the car, you can read Bible, you can go online, you can do your online courses, you can achieve so much. Finally, because of time, other people's energy. Other people's energy. There are a lot of people with so much energy. They have energy to burn. Just like people have time, people also have energy to burn. So look all around. Instead of you having to wash the clothes by yourself, there are people called washerman and dry cleaner. They have energy to burn. That time they are going to spend Washing and washing and washing and washing. Somebody else can do the washing and washing and washing and washing. You are a landlord. You have a 3, 4, 5 bedroom duplex. Are you going to sweep the whole compound? Are you going to be cutting the grass in the whole compound? Say, I will do it by myself. DIY, 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 DIY. There are people you will pay 3,000. They will wake up by 6 a.m. They will be sweeping with joy. 3,000. They have energy, but it's cheap energy. They have time, it's cheap time. They will come and sweep the whole compound. They will be singing as they are sweeping. Oh, Tishe, oh, Baba, Tishe, oh. Instead of you having to do that all in the name of I will do it myself. So we can go on and on and on, but I promise you 10. Other people's anointing, other people's so many things. Every head bowed in Jesus' name.
We have more videos right on this channel to show you, but before then, smash the like button and also do well to subscribe if you're new to this channel, and you can also share this video with a friend so that you also be a blessing to them.